What's going on, everybody? Matt Malatesta here. Conroe, something's in the water at Conroe. We're not sure what's happening over there. Baseball is making history. Softball is making history. We've got Coach Jeff Raymer. Coach, just talk about the hallways and the vibe around campus around this baseball team.
Yeah, it's been really exciting. The community's really come together as we've continued to win. You got teachers and students coming up and giving you high fives and telling you congratulations. And not only that, we got a lot of people who graduated from Conroe in the past driving by the field and just telling us how proud they are of us and that they're rooting us on. Will Bolt's father-in-law dropped by yesterday to kind of give us a pep talk on our way into this next round. So it's been really exciting.
Well, y'all are 23-8-1. You're in the regional semis, which is historic. I'm not going to date myself, but I graduated in 1989.
Right, right.
And it's the first time y'all been this far since 1989. Just the beginning of the season, what did you feel like going into the season that this could be a special year? Or was it midway through the year that you're like, hey, this team has really flipped a switch?
Yeah, no, I've heard a lot of coaches say in the past, they knew really early. And honestly, I kind of always assumed it was coach speak. But I can honestly tell you, we knew in August that this group had a chance to be special. There was just something about the way they went about their business as a team, the way they bought into what we were teaching as coaches from the very first day. There wasn't a sales job that we had to do with them. They just believed in our core values, believed in the staff, and believed in each other from day one. And it just continues to show itself.
You knock off Aldine in the first round. Aldine's
Right.
really good.
They're very good.
They're really well coached. We know them very well.
Yeah,
And Klein Collins has always been a superpower. And you kind of had to do it a little small ballish, but it seems like your team is able to um, play whatever circumstance, that they get in. It's really windy. So y'all are able to, scratch out some runs. Is it because of experience? Is it because of coaching? Is it because they have a great baseball IQ? What is it?
Yeah, no, I think the thing that we always talk about is doing whatever it takes to win that particular game. And so we don't walk into any game believing that there's only one way we can win it. We talk about everyone on the team has a role, and the game's going to define what that role looks like and when it might be utilized. And so whenever we do get in a circumstance where we have to call something special, they're not surprised by it because, they expect to do something in that moment just to win that game.
You've got Midway coming up. Keys to this weekend's series.
We have to be us to the best of our ability. I know everybody says that, but for us, it's challenging the hitter on the mound. We got to be able to throw strikes. We have to be able to play defense. If we can pitch and play defense, it gives us our best opportunity to win games. Most of the games we've won this year have been fairly low scoring because who we are is a team that throws strikes and plays defense. And if we can do that, we're going to have a shot.
Playing in that district with, you've got the Woodlands, you've got Grand Oaks, Oak Ridge, Willis, y'all. It's every night's kind of a battle. Did that get y'all kind of prepared for this run?
Absolutely. Like there's not a game that we played that we felt like was a given. And that's all the way through district, regardless of records, because even the teams that maybe didn't have the best district record, they had guys on the mound that could really compete. They had hitters that could really go. And so we knew from very, very, very early on that we were going to have to play our best game every game in this district. And I really believe that's kind of what conditions us when we get into the playoffs. Like we understand that we can't take a night off. And we also understand that, hey, sometimes baseball happens and it doesn't go your way, but you get the opportunity to rebound the next game. And we've done a pretty good job of doing that all year.
It's kind of cool. Your son plays for you, Owen. I think he's a pitcher, but what is that like? We've done a lot of stories on father-son coaching. Can't you
Right.
turn it off? Are you at the dinner table? Is your wife like, shut this thing down? What is that like?
Well, he is not fortunate because both of his parents are pretty highly demanding in that situation. But it's been a blast. It's been something that you can't really even express how special it is. We we've played in the district with coaches who had their kids play for them. Coach Pirtle back in the day with Oak Ridge, and Coach Washburn with College Park. And I would always talk to him because I knew this was coming, and just kind of say, so how do you deal with it? And to be honest, it's been really easy because he's a kid that's pretty unflappable. And so he doesn't wear unnecessary things on his shoulders. He just goes out and enjoys the game and plays it, which makes it really easy on me as a coach. Now, Mom, on the other hand, the games that he's pitching, she's a nervous wreck. And honestly, that's usually the hardest part, is when he's pitching, because you have that coach's hat and dad's hat. You want him to be really successful. You got to treat it as a coach and hope as a dad, in those situations. But he's been awesome. He's been tremendous for us on the mound. He's been rock steady for us at shortstop. So it's been really fun.
Give us some other headliners. Who's kind of the alphas in that locker room and have really pushed this team forward?
Man, I could spend a lot of time on that question, because when you get to this point, it's a whole group of them. I'll say the guy that kind of the straw that stirs the drink for us offensively is Tanner Trantham. He's a blend commit, and he's a powerhouse at the plate, plays outfield for us, and he's also on the bump for us a lot. We kind of go as he goes offensively. Another guy at the plate is Ed Rothlander, who's been really, really good for us, been very clutch, kind of a table setter, and kind of a guy that gets those runs when necessary. We finished with the best ERA in school history this year. And so that takes a lot of pitchers to be able to do that. Owen's one of them, Tanner's one of them, but Sam Busby on the bump. He's a senior for us, and he's kind of played a relief role for us, even though he could have been a starter for us the whole year. But it was an opportunity for us to get him into more of our games in the role that he's in, and he's really bought into it and has been phenomenal.
Well, all right, man. Y'all have kind of stolen the headlines in the city of Houston. It's awesome. Conroe High School making history. First time since 1989 getting to the regional semis. They play midway this week. Coach, I know you're going to have a bunch of fans. People, don't sleep on Conroe. They bring some fans.
Yeah, I expect a full house. We were over at Klein High School, and we had 2/3 of the crowd there. So we're expecting a lot of people to show up, and it helps. Our softball team is going to be playing at the same location. And so I think we're going to have a crowd that's moving back and forth between games.
That's right. I think it's at Lehman High School or.
Right.
Yeah, so that's going to be a wild scene out there. All right, well, hey, go get him, Coach. Representing Conroe ISD, this is Coach Jeff Raymer doing a tremendous job at Conroe High as they're making history. We're going to follow them all the way through this run. This is Matt with VYPE. We'll see y'all at the games.